do you come into that a lot, and how do you combat it? If and when you're dealing with certain players, because as you said, a lot of they don't know. I know you say you getting them from college too, so that kind of changes once you get them in. So how do you combat that and give them a sense of like calm down, this is how we.
I try to go off of my experiences, and me, he'll tell you, like, back in the day, I used to be real, the same type of guys, real big time, and then, but the thing is, God will humble you.
Yes, sir.
And the thing I try to tell these my clients and parents say, you need to humble yourself before God do it, because once He do it, you may not be able to bounce back.
Exactly.
So
this is true.
He's done it to me before, and luckily I've been able to recover. But it's really difficult, when you're a superstar athlete, you get those privileges where people want to be around you, And I try to tell them, I say, life starts when people feel they can't use you. So right now, everybody's giving you yes. You the man.
Right,
but the moment you're not in the league or it don't look like you going,
that's when you see
that's when life really starts.
Yes,
my go-to line when I used to talk to girls, I play quarterback. And then when I stopped playing football, and I remember I talked to a girl for the first time, and I was like, I'm Edward Davis. And she was like, what do you do? And I was like, dang, what do I do? I'm not the quarterback now.
Right.
And it really blew my mind. So
Right.
I know how they feel. So, I have to understand where they coming from.
Right.
And all we can do is really just try to guide them so that they don't bump their head too hard. But, 9 times out of 10, they going to bump their head.
Yeah.
So you just got to be there.
Life.
Yeah, you just got to be there just like, hey, man, sorry.
Right. You give them that fortification.
We can recover.
Yeah, because life is a master teacher.
Because you could always tell, I always say this, act like you're broke, act like you're weak, act like you don't know anything, and watch how people treat you. They'll show you their true colors.
Of course.
If you broke, he has nothing. You can have the most money in the world, but they will show you how they really feel about you. But if they show you respect, then that's a good person.
The ills of the material world.
Yeah. I realized that when it comes to this business, I tried to be I didn't want to be the typical agent as far as, real flashy guy. But I hate to say it, but you have to do it. And it took me a while to realize that, it's like it's a reason why they do it. It's not that they want to do it, but
it's a reason.
It's a reason. And a lot of times, especially in our community, if you don't pull up in a Mercedes, if you don't pull up, you have to show that I'm here. That way they can meet you.
You know who said that? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good?
Zaytoven. And Zaytoven, he's not materialistic. He was on Sway. He said, man, I hate to say it, shit. Goddamn drip got to be in the budget.
Yeah.
He said it got to be in the budget. And Mike Will said he had a conversation with a guy on the plane because the guy looked at his watch. Said the guy looked at his watch and said, I know what type of watch that was. Said this dude was a multimillionaire. And they made a connection on the business level. But you're right. You got to look the part. Without being, being humble, but you're right. You have to look the part.
It's real. It's like that because a lot of times people try to make it seem like it's not, but it is. It's like it's like a requirement.
Would you do a deal with somebody that has holes in their shirt?
The thing about me, it's more about the message.
Yeah.
Than the messenger. You get it?
Yes,
so
sir.
I try to hear everybody out, but I'm human, and it is difficult to, take somebody serious like that, especially when you got millions of dollars on the line.
Yes, sir.
So you definitely have to look the part, but it's just with us, we have to overdo it. That's my point.
Yeah, 'cause you're an agent.
Yeah, not even that. White guy, he could pull up in a Camry.
It's cool.
Yeah, but
clean.
as a black
It's
agent,
fine.
you have to.
He got investment.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got investment.
escrows,
He got it. But you
Right.
pull up in a Camry. Oh, he don't got it.
Right.
You got to pull up in a Phantom.
Something of that nature.
Yeah, something like that. And now they're like, okay.
G-Wagon.
Right.
I'll
I
listen.
can take him.
Yeah, I hear him
listen to
out.
Oh, he got a Rolex on? All right, I'll listen.
Exactly. So it's and those are the reasons why it's kind of hard for us to enter that space because it takes a lot to get into it, and then when you get into it, then you gotta pay to play. You gotta look a certain way.
You do.
Yeah.
Image and aesthetics play a big part. It's like it's easier getting people to come on because of the space we're in.
Oh yeah.
But if you're in your house, they like, ooh, I don't know. I want to go. I don't know. I don't know. I want to go there.
It might smell like you've been frying fish in there.
Right. So as far as how do you actually approach a client when they're in college without breaking any NCAA regulations or rules or anything like that?
First thing, you gotta get registered in the state. Make sure that you're registered as an athlete agent in whatever state you're operating in. Once you're good to go with that, I just reach out to them through social media, through connects that I have at the school.
Gotcha.
However I can get in contact with them, just go from there, introduce myself, do my pitch, and we'll go from there.
So how do you feel about I'm pretty sure you like it, the actual NCAA allowing certain players to market their brand?
I love it. I mean, to be honest, if you're not thinking about becoming an agent right now, you are about to miss the next gold rush.
Yeah.
And that's because in July, legislation is going to pass that's going to allow student athletes to get paid off of their name, image, and likeness.
Right, that's big.
And the thing about it is, there's going to be, think about players like Zion and Melo and all the other players that were in college with millions of followers. It's going to be so many marketing, endorsement deals that they're going to need,
right?
And they're going to need agents to negotiate those deals. So we're looking forward to that, and we're trying to that's why we're building right now. We're trying to build up other people to work with, so that we can dominate that space.
I got you. Just imagine if Reggie Bush could do that back then.
Yeah, it's actually a page. It's a video on my Instagram from Reggie Bush where he said that him and Matt Leinart would have made millions in college because they just won the Heisman, multiple national championships in Hollywood.
Right.
They would have been super straight in college.
I got you.
And it's crazy. It's taken so long, to pass that type of legislation. Being that I mean, and if when you see them, and you're like, they're the reason why people are watching. This is the reason why. So you should something.
I haven't watched USC football since Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart.
Yeah, I'm not a big college.
See what I'm saying? Just think about it. I haven't watched them.
And that was when we was in high school.
2005, 2006.
Right.
So
15 years.
They say players aren't important. No, players are important.
What's wild? And I was just telling a player this yesterday. Agents have such a negative narrative around us. They try to make it seem like we're the bad guys, the boogeyman.
Right.
But when you think about it, agents only get paid when players get paid.
Yes, sir. This is
Agents are accused of giving players gifts or money, before they turn pro. Why is that a crime? To reward a player.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
That's not a crime.
That's not stealing.
No.
Agents don't deal with the money. That's financial advisors.
Right.
So they're not stealing money because they don't even see the money until they get paid from the player.
So if you're giving a gift, that's just, hey, look, this is what it is. It's I consider it as, even if it's a gift, it's just like saying, hey, we finna have a business dinner.
But look at this.
Maybe we couldn't eat the dinner. Here's a gift.
Now watch this. But the NCAA, who don't play players, have players playing in a pandemic.
Right.
Because they want to get paid.
They want to get paid.
Too much money being lost.
Too much money being lost.
How that
Exactly.
that concerns me.
Yeah.
Right. It's a big concern. And it lets you know, and what this has also shown, it opens up, especially with sports, it lets you see like they're money hungry. It's only so long they're going to go with not playing the game. We need some type of money. If we got to put two people on the field y'all throw the ball, we going to make some money.
But they don't want the players to make money.
Exactly.
And that's unfortunate because everybody's not going pro.
No.
1%.
That's the truth.
1% going pro.
And when I heard 1%, I was like,
yeah,
that means you really have to have good representation, and you have to be a stellar player, with heart.
Right.
Right.
Because I've seen some sabotaging situations too with coaches. They might spread the word that you're not this person just to tarnish. It's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, them coaches are snaky. I've heard that before as well.
So, is it an exam that's required to become an agent, or is it just you just fill out a couple of papers and that's it?
Well, if you want to do be a contract agent, yes, you have to take certification exams.
Okay.
For all the sports.
Okay. Okay, that's a good question because so you can pretty much cover every sport once you get the.
No, each sport has their individual. Yeah. See, the thing is, they don't want everybody in it, so they try to weed you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said, do you stick to one sport?
Well, I'm licensed in the NFL, and I'm taking the NBA agent test next month. So trying to get some of these guaranteed contracts.
That's gonna turn out well.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna turn out well.
Lord willing, yes.
Oh, it's already
different.
It's already done.
So as far as with your clients, as far as the new COVID prerequisites, because when they're trying out for a team, do they have to stay in a hotel or is it?
Well, yeah, they stay in a hotel, separated from the team. So usually they call you Tuesday and let you know, hey, we're gonna bring you in. They fly you in, then you do your COVID test Thursday, and then they give you like a 3-day window, and then Monday you work out with the team, and then once you make the team, you report to practice squad or report to the team, and you good for there. So
did you really get the experience of the combine last year, or did you kind of?
No, I did. The combine was in February, so everything shut down really in March. So it was right before all of that, started to take place. But yeah, it was up in Indianapolis. Everything was pretty normal because
nothing was
Yeah, it was still in the air, but it wasn't. We wasn't worried. Yeah. You see how Atlanta is right now,
right?
So
streets full.
Yeah. So it wasn't too bad. But yeah, it's just a good networking event.
Okay, it's crazy how that works. You wanted to go to combine back in the day. Now you at the combine.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it's always some type of way, right?
Yeah, it was. It was when I first walked in. I saw everything. It was just like wow.
And one thing I noticed, if one synonymous tone that's been amongst all the guests that we have had in that success, it always was it was something they wanted to do that routed them there. Like you said, you wanted to play ball, but still, instead of you're not playing, but you're still playing.
Yeah.
Really in a bigger way, because you you don't have total control, but you have control of how things go with these these guys' lives, and just to still be involved in that. Once you have your mindset like I want to go in this area, look like it always pulls people there, man. It always pulls people there
because you're playing a mental game with them. It's not even like, it's just in general, because the players have the physicality, obviously they study, but you have to figure out leverages, and you have to actually understand contracts and numbers.
Yes.
So that's a different game in itself. A mental athlete in the aspects. Yeah, man, that's dope, man. That's just dope. Just seeing somebody actually do it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You guys can do it too.
Oh yeah.
Look, from what you just said, you got me wanting to just get into the thesaurus, get my speaking voice right, and look at percentages, because I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I would definitely love to do that.
And that's why we opening up the platform. We're giving guys and women too the opportunity. A lot of times it's just we have to come together.
Yes,
because
sir. Yes, sir.
I tell people this information all the time, and instead of them using me as a resource, I'm in it.
Right.
We'll go run and do it ourselves.
Exactly.
And then, we'll get our head bit off by a shark, and then it's like, okay, well, hey.
Right.
That's what I tried to tell you.
But that's how we should move. It's always, as it should be, it needs to get back to tribe life with us. And that's what I like about Atlanta. It's about sales. And if you work in sales, if we can do that, of course, everybody's not going to agree, but if we could get work in sales of a complete body, that body's still gonna thrive.
Man. Yeah.
you know.